Shauna Duffy, a 6-1 victory here at Caldicot Town to make it through into the quarterfinals of the General Adrian Trophy. A good second half there.
Yeah, the second half was much better than the first half, and it's probably the first time we've gone in at half time and been disappointed with the performance, but the way that the girls responded and reacted was outstanding, and it's exactly the reaction that we were looking for. So forget about the first half and focus on the second, and we're happy overall.
Yeah, and it was a tough start to the game, and fair play to Caldicot. They defended valiantly before we got the breakthrough in the 33rd minute by Lexi Jones.
Yeah, they were putting their bodies on the line. They were defending really well, and it's a credit to them for the problems that they caused us. But really, against teams like that, we have to be more clinical. And once again, like last week, we were creating multiple chances through different people, but there was just panic and a lack of composure in the final third, which it's something that we really need to work on and get right, because when it counts or when we need it to count, we're going to have to convert those chances, and in the first half we just couldn't do that.
And they did well actually to get an equaliser not long before the break.
Yeah, again, obviously our side to that goal is just our mistakes, and we need to defend better in those situations. We basically gifted them a goal, so we need to make sure that we're better at that, and we don't allow teams like this to come in and get goals, because today should have been a clean sheet and it should have been a lot more comfortable than it was in that first half. So it is a credit to them. They posed us some challenges, but ultimately it is the second half performance that got us over the line, and it's a performance that we're proud of.
We can't forget before the end of that first half, Caldicot got the second to make it 2-1 just before the break.
Yeah, it was a great team goal as well. I think that's important to note there, that obviously week on week Shan pops up and she gets us these goals, but the way that the goal was scored, and we literally were playing out from the back and it went through to the final third and in the back of the net probably within 10 seconds of kick-off. So looking forward to watching that one back and seeing how dominant we actually were to create that goal. But from what I can remember, it was a really good team goal and one that the team should be proud of.
And then, as you mentioned before, we got it away comfortably in the second 45. Chantal Tier got a hat-trick, and also goals through Leah Lewis and Caitlin Chapman.
Yeah, and you look at those three players, and week in, week out, they're dominant, they're consistent, they're strong, they're athletic, and it's a credit to them that without players like that in your team, we definitely struggle going forwards. And Shan's been outstanding all season so far, and it's good to get Caitlin back in the mix today and get her some minutes, because she's been away. And like always, Leah, our new captain, is dominant in everything that she does, so it's always nice to see Leah get goals and get the credit that she deserves as well.
It's another trip on the road next week as we go to Llandudno in the second round of the Youth Energy Welsh Cup. It'll be another interesting test for us. Yeah,
it will, and it'll be a tough game, and it's one that we've already been looking at for a couple of weeks now, and watching footage, things like that, getting information on the opposition is always key. But I think it was a similar message last week, that we just need to focus on us, and as long as we're doing our basics right, which we definitely did in the second half, it should be a game that we should hope to dominate and look to really be creative and clinical in the final third and make sure we do it in style like we did there in the second half.